Doubt about God's existence seems to be growing among young Americans. According to Pew Research, the percentage of Americans under 30 who never doubted God's existence has dropped 15 points in 5 years, from 83% to 68%. No other age group showed a change of more than 2%. Is the millennial generation giving up on God? CNN Belief blog co-editor Eric Maripodi joins me now from Washington. Eric, good to see you.
Hey, Fred.
So why does this apparent drop-off in belief seem to be so concentrated among younger Americans?
Yeah, this group of millennials, I think, is particularly interesting. It's important to note there's still 2/3 of millennials who say they have never doubted God. But when you look at the way the question was phrased by Pew, it says, I never doubt the existence of God, agree or disagree. Millennials don't like words like never. They're not crazy about black and white. They're much more interested in the gray. At least that's my experience in talking with a lot of millennials, in particular when it comes to religion. And for a lot of religions, doubt and questioning, that's still a big part of the religious journey for a lot of folks. And in particular in the stories in Christianity and Judaism, we see lots of characters in the Bible wrestling with doubts about the existence of God and how to sort of live out their lives. So I think with millennials, we're seeing a lot of that. And I'll bet you it has a lot to do with the technology, too, and the technology gap. These are kids who can't remember a life before the internet.
That's part of the explanation as to why now?
Yeah, I think you can definitely make that leap that if these kids had any question about doubt their whole life, they could quickly get to it and find it. And one of the things that's interesting, Fred, is now we're seeing a real spike on college campuses of secular groups who sort of welcome and embrace this doubt. While millennials overall are less likely to be atheists, only about 3% of American millennials are atheists, we're still seeing a big spike in those secular groups on campuses where kids can kind of come out and question together and sort of figure things out as they go.
So is there a difference or a notable difference as to how some religious groups might be reaching out to younger people to kind of get them reinterested or enticed at all?
Yeah, absolutely. We're seeing lots of religious groups in particular reach out in ways like social media. There are a number of services who are streaming on Facebook now, today, even as we speak around the country. And it sort of gives millennials a chance and everybody a chance to kind of scope them out before they head out there, check them out online. We're seeing lots of pastors on Twitter and Facebook reaching out and connecting with folks who otherwise they would have never had a chance to do. Look, there's not many people in America who had a chance to sort of go back and forth with Rick Warren. Well, now you can do that on Twitter. And so there's definitely a big reaching out from a lot of groups. And in fact, the Catholic Church is going to have their own social media push coming up here in the not too distant future. So we're definitely seeing a reaching out to try to hit these millennials where they are from these religious groups. Now, whether or not it's going to work and that doubt meter is going to shift the other way to absolute faith, I think that's probably pretty unlikely.
Yeah.
But what we may see is more of these millennials kind of getting back into it, checking it out, and feeling things out for themselves.
All right, interesting stuff. Eric Maripodi, thanks so much for bringing that to us.
You got it, Fred.